Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Trippie Redd. Now, Trippie Redd had a case that was hanging over his head, man. It looked pretty bad for him, man, and he was probably in that little state of, wondering where this case would go or whatnot. But it seems like, for the time being, he's got some good news. It seems like the case is actually being halted. Now, it's weird how this is worded, and I've seen several reports about this, and we're going to talk about exactly what this means for Trippie Redd going on in the future, man. Now, other than that, we're going to be talking about a producer by the name of Squeak. Now, Squeak passed away, and some of the details out there, they haven't been revealed, man. There's a little to be known or being said about what exactly took place. All I know is he was well connected with a lot of hip-hop artists in the game, and they're online sending out their condolences. Now, before we get to the specifics of both of those situations, though, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about Trippie Redd just a little bit, man. Now, Trippie Redd, for those of you who don't know, is, man, he's an interesting case in hip-hop, right? He's like the last remnants of the XXX Tentacion, Lil Pump era. During that whole era, man, like he's like the last one who's still kind of a superstar from that era that I could think of. You know what I mean? And he's doing relatively well in the hip hop game. Now, there's a lot of reasons for that, and just from me from the outside looking in, it's based on his fan base. He has a loyal fan base, and when it comes to like emo rap and emotional rap, he really has a grip on those fans who have been with him since back in like 2017, 2018, and all that, right? Now, he's had his ups and downs in the rap game as far as beefs and stuff like that, but it looks like, man, he's found stability, and he even has alliances with some of the biggest artists in the world, and that maintains his career. To be real with you, man, he's successful. He's a successful dude, man, and he's well respected. He comes from Canton, Ohio, which is, not a lot of rappers are from there. I don't think any rapper has been from there since Trippie Redd or before Trippie Redd, and dude just really holds it down. Now, what's been going on is he's had a case hanging over his head. Now, this case dates back a couple of years, and it seems like he's finally almost in the clear of this situation. So I'm going to be referencing a story from allhiphop.com where they talked about this situation specifically. You know what I mean? Now, in the story from allhiphop.com, the headline starts off by saying this. It says, Trippie Redd avoids assault prosecution in Atlanta. Now, the story continues by saying this. It says, Trippie Redd, born Michael Lamar White, appears to have survived a 3-year-long police investigation without having to serve time. The 22-year-old rapper/singer was facing a criminal case in Fulton County, Georgia. Now, for those of you who don't know or are unaware, Fulton County, Georgia is Atlanta. That is the Atlanta area. And obviously, this case has been hanging over Trippie Redd's head in Atlanta for over 3 years, man. Now, according to this report, it says this. It says, local police arrested Trippie Redd in June 2018 for aggravated assault and battery. Redd was accused of hitting somebody in the head with a firearm in northwest Atlanta. Now, the Atlanta Police Department claimed a bump on the person's head was probable cause to detain the Ohio native at the time. However, Fulton County District Attorney's Office decided not to prosecute Trippie Redd, according to TMZ. Now, to be perfectly honest, man, I slightly remember this case, and I slightly remember this story. So I'm not sure what took place as far as, the investigation to where they would now call it off or whatnot, but it's interesting to say the least. Not to say it's a good thing, not to say it's a bad thing, man. Just saying, the story or whatever the details of this are interesting, to discover. You know what I mean? I'm trying to walk on eggshells here. Now, according to the story, the alleged pistol whipping incident took place just 2 weeks after Trippie Redd and Lil Wont were arrested in Cobb County, Georgia, following an altercation involving FDM Grady. Redd was charged with public fighting, criminal trespass, and simple battery in that case. So it looks like he had one case where he had just gotten into a fight 2 weeks prior that he allegedly, participated in. And then he was arrested there in Cobb County, also Atlanta metro area, right? And then he came out of that case and then caught another case. Now, the story continues by saying this. It says, FDM Grady claimed he was jumped by Redd, Lil Wont, and 2 other men. The Atlanta-based rapper stated, yeah, I got my lip split, scratches on my hand, bruh, I'm telling you, all you cats got no pass in this city. So basically letting it be known that he was, with a whole bunch of explicitives, that he felt like he got packed out and that he was revoking Trippie Redd and them's pass in Atlanta. Now it continues by saying Trippie Redd is now said to be focused on releasing his next body of work titled Trip at Night, which is expected to drop this Friday. August 20th, his studio LP catalog already includes 2018's Life's a Trip, 2019's Exclamation Point, and 2020's Pegasus. Now, Pegasus got a lot of attention because of the cover, man. Everybody was tripping out at the cover of Pegasus, man. Because I think he did like 2 different cover changes. And one, he came out, he was like riding a winged horse or something like that. It was wild, man. It was wild to say the least. Now, Trippie Redd has an interesting style, I'll say that much. And he's got his own thing going on. But at the same time, he's always gripped on and grabbed on to the street and gangster aspects of things as well, man. Because he's put it out there that he used to claim or something. You know what I mean? I don't want to put it out there, but it's interesting to say the least, man. He's a very interesting artist, man. And hopefully, man, he didn't do what he was accused of. And hopefully, man, if so, all this is behind him. And Trippie Redd can go on doing big things in the rap game and, just making his mark and leaving his mark as things go. Okay, so now let's switch gears, man. Let's actually talk about this producer from Pivot Gang named Squeak. And I'm going to use a report about this from hotnewhiphop.com. And the headline says this. It says, Squeak, Pivot Gang producer, dies at 26. Now, stop right there, man. 26 years old? That's super young, man. For anybody to be passing away, that's super young. Especially somebody young, active, out here moving, doing things. I don't know his medical history or anything like that in his life, but man, obviously something tragic must have taken place. I'm guessing. You know what I mean? Okay, so the story continues by saying this. It says, the Chicago music community is in mourning for the passing of Squeak, an influential producer, DJ, and member of Saba's Pivot Gang. Part of the crew's in-house production team, Squeak, also known as Squeak Pivot, worked heavily with producers Duwowd and Day Day to shape Saba's sound, as well as that of the entire Pivot Gang. During a 2019 interview with Hot New Hip Hop, Squeak spoke about how the group met, created their own sound, and captivated the city of Chicago through their art. Now, obviously, this is in a totally different part of hip hop. You know what I mean? Typically, the rappers that I talk about who are from Chicago are from more of the gangster rap side of things. So, this is just a different look. You know what I mean? But still, they gave them a write-up in where they're appreciating them for being a producer and the art that they brought forward, man. And that's really what the whole hip-hop thing should be about. Now, it continues by saying Squeak's latest album was released this year as a collaborative effort with MFN Mello. The album title, En Route, includes features from Rex Life Raja, Fresh Waters, and more. Now, according to this story, Squeak was also a major part of Pivot Gang's 2019 album, You Can't Sit With Us. Many of Squeak's collaborators have shared their condolences on social media following the announcement of his death, including Deontay Hitchcock, Sylvan Lauchi, Thelonious Martin, Nico Segal, Solo Sam, Knox Fortune, and more. At the time of this publication, it remains unclear how Squeak passed. We will keep you updated as more information becomes available. Join us in sending our deepest condolences to Squeak's family and friends. So it's basically an all call for people to, at least send some rest in peace or whatnot to his family and friends. And at this time, they still don't know why this young gentleman passed away, man. Horrible, man. It just goes to show that, man, life is life, man. And horrible things can happen sometimes. So, man, at least give everybody their flowers. And, man, at least try to spread some type of positivity in the hip-hop game, especially for people who are doing their thing out there and trying, man. Now, with that, this been your boy, Big Man. Do me a favor. Oh, hold up. What do you guys think about this Trippie Redd thing? What do you think about his case getting dropped? What do you think about his future in hip-hop, going forward? Because, it sounds like he got an album dropping this week, so we should be hearing some music. And I don't know, hopefully his fans show up for him like they should. And I'd like to also say RIP to Squeak, a.k.a. Pivot Squeak, man. It's a horrible situation. Hopefully, man, his family, friends, everybody sends their condolences to them. You know what I mean? Now, with that, this has been your boy, Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this side content. And we out of here. Peace.